live. And we're live. What is up? He'll soon be on. Yes, Joshua, what's up, bro? Um, just was sending out all the announcements, getting ready. But oh my gosh, guys, today's looking quite honestly as good as yesterday. Same idea of, again, I mean, every day it's the same idea. Either we're looking for a pullback or we're looking for session or daily, or previous session or previous day manipulation, right? Today, it's looking good. It's a, dare I say, a double whammy. Sorry, that was cringe. Nah, but let's go into again. Already looking for a pullback. You can see we were pretty bearish during Tokyo. Again, something went on. There was something going on. I was in a mentorship meeting, and price just started dumping. And just dumping and dumping and dumping. So I'm expecting to pull back within this leg. UK or DAX actually looks a little bit better than UK 100 right now, but I'm actually hoping UK 100 comes down within this next 15 minutes, manipulates these lows, and then we can look to shoot higher. But even then, DAX is not really looking good for buys until we break this structural high. But unlike UK 100, DAX is looking not completely different, but we've already manipulated Asia lows. We can play off this area here where we can look to find a breakout of this area of resistance. Again, I like it. I wouldn't necessarily hold all the way to Tokyo highs, but I'm really keened in on these buys here just because of the fact that I'm also looking for a pullback into this imbalance to fill this gap. Again, price can go higher and it most likely will to fill this gap, but nothing's promised, right? So if I can get a quick 1-on-1, we're good. We're good. But that's not saying price can't continue to sell off. Again, news can really, there's no news, but whatever went on clearly manipulated the markets during Tokyo and we sold off an insane amount. But again, you tend to see pullbacks when you see big gap downs like this. So that's why prices, again, looking so good. I'm not going to jump into anything stupidly, but again, we're up so much on the week. I have no problem jumping into this trade. I really don't. But at the same time, we're up so much on the week. I have no problem staying out of this trade. Either or, I think I'm gonna get in because it just looks so good. And I was actually talking about this with my mentorship students today, and that's even though like sitting on your hands and not taking trade can be a bad thing and a good thing. And this is where like it comes down to knowing like your own system, because sitting on your hands, even though you're up for the week, could end up hurting you in the long run, let's say at the end of the month, because you weren't able to capitalize on an extra couple percentage that you may have needed to keep you on top for that month, right? So sitting on your hands can be good sometimes, sometimes not. In this case, I really don't care. Win or lose, I'd be fine, even going into the rest of the month. So we've been killing it the last couple weeks already. What are you thinking, Jocko? Again, I like your guys' opinion. Throw something in chat. Like, fuck. Slow chats today. I want you guys to talk, ask questions. Seriously, this is your chance to just skip free sauce. I know I rant a lot, so that's probably why you guys don't have to ask a lot of questions, but tell me what you guys think. I always love your opinion. Still going to stick with my overall analysis, but I still love hearing other people's take on things. But guys are looking good. UK 100 is looking good. Hopefully it does continue to push here and sweep. That would look perfect. Again, I'd like to see them both move together. Once London Open does happen. Doesn't happen all the time. And recently we've been seeing occurrences where they're moving quite the opposite. But a lot of times they do tend to move the same. Tapped into golden zone of what? Like for sells? Like within this fib or something? Or for buys? Let's come into this demand. I don't really pay attention to buy demand. For sells. So we're looking good for sells on UK 100. And again, we could see that. Again, yesterday, you guys know, we absolutely bagged out on UK 100. We took buys at this open, manipulated, or looked to manipulate Tokyo highs. It's exactly what we did. And DAX did the complete opposite. Right, we didn't get in DAX again. It never broke the high, and even then I wouldn't have gotten in. I told you guys that yesterday, but price did the complete opposite, ran down. UK 100 ran up, so that's where I'm still willing to shoot on DAX, especially being how good it looks. Again, I can expect a pullback. I don't think price is going to make a liquidation here, but we could see that. I just think if price were to push higher at London Open, we'd at least facilitate a pullback into some type of premium pricing, because that would make the most sense for people to then buy, to sell back off, right? So we'll see. Probably going to stay away from UK 100, probably just because of how good DAX is. But you guys know yesterday, same exact thing happened. I like DAX more, and then UK 100 ended up looking way better at open, and I ended up taking UK 100. So we'll see. But again, like you guys, a lot of you guys did take yesterday's trade, but a lot of you guys missed it. And that's because of how, I mean, I kid you not, I was in the trade from 12, because I'm PST, 12 o'clock exactly in 4 seconds, and was out at, I think the trade took, I was out at 24 seconds or something, like 23 seconds. A couple seconds I was in this trade. I think 19 seconds I was in this trade, in and out. So hopefully that does not happen again today. It tends to be UK 100 that has those types of reactions. DAX, you will see them sometimes, not all the time, but, and as of right now, stops would be here. So, and then as far as like break even point, maybe these highs, and that's only and that really, a lot of it comes down to how price looks and how the candles did print within the last couple candles. But just because this is still a liquidity point, and not only that, we're halfway through our 1-to-1 TP at that point, so I'd be comfortable moving. Should have held gold. Guys, Mally was bagging out on gold right now. I was gonna type Mally on fucking, wow. He was in sells. He caught these sells down. I think he ran up like what, 2,000. Insane. Love that. You guys don't understand. I love that. UK 100's reacting good. I mean, we're still getting a liquidity sweep of this area here, right? It's not bad. I wish we would have manipulated Asia lows. We don't always have to do that. And we're also reacting to this demand too, right? So if we get that bullish push, again, in this case, I'd probably want to see it break this entire area of resistance. So I would still just continue to shoot here if it was possible. When I say if it was possible, obviously within this next 7 minutes, if price were to buy up pre-open, I'm not going to get in, right? I don't like going in pre-open. It's just bound to, not bound to lose. Obviously, there's sometimes you'll win, but majority of the time it's just a little bit iffy. And also, I would like to see price approach this area, just because I don't want to see the open happen all the way down here, because once again, when the open happens further away from this area that I'm expecting it to break in order to enter, you'll see price top wick, I think Tuesday, happen. I mean, we still ended up having a winning trade, but a lot of times it won't be a winning trade. And yeah, Jerry look good, guys. Again, super simple. We don't even have to go for the full manipulation, but price can do that. Price can do that. You got to remember, it is an indice at the end of the day. If we go to the higher time frames, we've been selling off, or even the 4-hour, we've been selling off quite fucking crazy, all the way down to this low, this leg. So now, again, I'm expecting price to have a minor pullback, at least up, before we continue down, unless news does alter something within the markets. So, but again, still quite a while. We'll see what happens as price nears close. Again, that's where I'm really going to get locked in, focus, may set a limit. I'll let you guys know if that is the case when it comes to, and a lot of that happens only if I have 2 setups that I'm looking to enter. In this case, it's mostly just DAX, but I like how UK 100 is creeping here. A 1-to-1 could be a possibility, again, just to manipulate these highs. But as of right now, stops would be pretty massive. So that's where I'm kind of iffy on UK 100 as well. But if you feel comfortable taking both, because again, they tend to usually open, both go in the same direction, not always. But they both are aligning pretty similarly. So but we're gonna run it up. Either way, I hope you guys been here all week. Honestly, if you guys been here all week, you don't even need a trade as of right now. Yo, what's up, Top Songs? Nika's crazy. Nolani called me that the other day. Wait, wasn't Nolani? It was you. I don't know if it was Nolani. She called me. Yeah. Someone called me and it caught me off guard. Again, there's 35 of you in here. 4 likes. Come on. Come on. You guys, I ranted to you guys yesterday about this bullshit. I love you guys. You guys are all awesome, but we've killed it this week. I'm pretty sure I've called, what, 4 wins this week? Amazing week. Um, amazing. Gonna end it strong right now, too. So we'll see what happens. What's up, Top Songs? How you been? How's your day? You terrorized Luca for me today? Dude, what was fucking Luca on about me sweating? I know what he's talking about too. That's the fuck part. But I don't even know how that came up in his stream today. I was watching that show. I was like, what the fuck? Luca has beef with you. Why does he have beef with me? No way. Is he actually mad at me? Am I gonna have to call him? I'll wake him up right now. You're capping. Cause I left his camera on. I felt so bad. I kid you not, I turned everything else off and just camera slipped my mind. And I felt so bad when he texted me in the morning. I was like, fuck. He said, like, I called him the next day. He said everything's fine. So, I mean, he's chill. But I was like, damn. What up, my cute son? Wow. Cartoony, you're my boyfriend. All right. Shit's getting sus. We're not even in a trade yet and you're all acting out. Chill. Chill. Nah, but yeah, I felt bad for that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Second, guys. Sorry. Yo, bro, what's up? I'm new. I have a question. What's up, Sunar? I'm not gonna say her first name. Kake. Yeah, there. That's how I say it. Ask her a question, man. Anytime. They said you swept for no reason, like when you're in the building or somewhere. LO. Nah, honestly, okay. What Luke was talking about was I had sunscreen on. I called him. I looked like I was sweating. Bro, he's clowning. But I can't lie to you. A lot, like, I do get hot fast. I do get hot fast. But like Luca was on something about me sweating like that. We got to go fight his ass. Guys, Dax is looking good again. I'm gonna buy open. Yeah, like literally as we creep into this next minute, I'm gonna start setting limits on Dax. Because I want to make sure price doesn't shoot free. You guys can get in UK 100. I don't think I am. I don't think so. Doesn't look as good. I'd rather just shoot on this one trade, to be honest with you. So you could actually have a tighter stop here, truly, because price came in and filled in this gap here. So if you guys wanted to tighten your stop loss, you could, but still be aware of the fact that price could still wick around at open. So I'm actually a little bit comfortable sitting at these lows here still. I got no problem with it. We're still looking for a good 1-to-1 no matter what. So I'm setting limits. Would you rather gain confidence or gain eager? I'd say confidence. Is that a trick question? UK 100 as a trend line? Yeah. That could be scary. Tough. What do you top songs? You gonna start gassing? Guys, buy's looking good. We'll see what happens at open. Again, if price just starts selling, then it is what it is. But we'll see. Open's kind of slow. We could just get liquidated and get taken out. But I'm willing to play that game because we have had an amazing week. I'm not in yet. I'm not in yet. Slow open. I can't lie. I am still not in. I'm still not in. It's edging my fucking... It's being fucked. It's literally creeping at that. Literally at my entry. I love to gain eagers. What do you mean? I'm in. Guys, we're in. We'll see. We'll shoot here. If we get liquidated, price runs down. It is what it is. But I think price is bound to run up at least until this equilibrium. So, but we'll see. See how UK 100 is reacting. UK 100 is reacting a little chopped. We had a somewhat of a bullish reaction at open. I'm hoping that continues. Again, you guys can get a UK 100 if it does end up breaking out, and that could be a case, but I like UK 100. I may move to break even at these highs. But at the same time, I don't know. It is pretty close to my entry, but it is a decent liquidity point. I just don't think price is going to end up running down based off that, though. So we may just stay in. Decent reaction off this first candle. Obviously, we saw 4 minutes before closure. I would like to see what happened yesterday and price just runs. That'd be beautiful to see. But I'm on the run right now from ice. I'm cooked. Top songs. You come stay with me, my boy. You come stay under my couch. Or on my couch. I was going to say under my bed. Did you see my ballsy gold trade? Yeah, cartoon is fire. What's UK 100? UK 100 is looking nice. We're getting a reaction off the zone, but obviously if it broke, it would just give me a little bit more confidence in the fact that DAX should continue higher. Obviously, I'm not shooting on this trade. I'm comfortable with just this one trade. You never know. We could end up flipping halfway up to TP and just completely going the opposite way. And I'd rather just take this one loss that we're already in than this. But either way, I think we're going to cook here. Price is bound to run up and facilitate a pullback at some point. Even if it didn't happen now and we got taken out, I still think price would chop around and at London at some point or going into New York facilitate this pullback into this leg here. Top songs. Are you... Dude, why the fuck would you ask that in my chat? What in the fuck? Absolutely ridiculous. Top songs. Yeah. Don't answer that. You're so close to getting fucking banned right now. You're so close. I love that you're always in here, but that's a crazy, crazy question. Cartoony. Crazy. What in the fuck? I don't like this topic, guys, but Tuesday, we sat in drawdown for 45 minutes and price ended up winning. So never say never. Who am I quoting? I shouldn't even know that myself. I think he's more sus than me. Honestly, possibly. Quite possibly he is. Guys, I want to see price run here. It feels off because of the fact that yesterday's trade was closed in 19 seconds. I think I may end up moving to break even if price does push for this high, just because of UK 100's reaction, guys. And that reaction, I'm not necessarily saying price is bound to react similarly, but I just want to be a little bit cautious going into it. I actually do like this bullish push, though. I really want to capitalize on this trade. I'm not at break even yet, guys. Not yet. Again, we can see a really strong bullish close, super comfortable, possibly waiting off on that break even play. Top songs, that's crazy. Watch it be a guy. I know you'd still take the Instagram, you fucking sus ass. I'm out. You made 1100. Fuck yeah, Mally. Again, like you guys could have exited. Again, I'm only here, guys, to really give you a second bias on the trade. Like, I don't want you guys to just play based on what I'm doing. Again, have your own bias, come in here with your own ideas. If my bias matches up with yours, perfect. If it doesn't, still go with your plan. Again, even if it means taking the same trade, exiting earlier, right? Again, a lot of you guys got out this push. I'm fine. I can take a loss. I had a really good week, but I'm also super confident in the fact that price should continue here. What I think we're going to do, or at least see here, is see price pull into this area of imbalance where we gapped up, bottom wick, and then we'll see a push higher. And again, once we do see that, or if we do see that type of reaction, that'll just give me even more conviction that price should continue to carry into higher prices. Nick Topsong said to stop playing iTag with him and fuck with a real one. Stop playing iTag and fuck with a real one is crazy. Made some good profit. Hell yeah. I love that you guys are making profit again. Stick to your own plan. Why don't you enter pre-market? I just tend to see price get faked out a lot pre-market. I just tend to. So what's good about this here, guys, is not necessarily good. Obviously, we're sitting in a little bit of drawdown, but once we do bottom wick here, and then we then push back higher above these highs, I would then be way more confident moving to break even at that point because I know price already facilitated the pullback necessary to continue to push higher. Because again, price doesn't like leaving gaps in the market, so this is why you would see price pull back, bottom wick, and then shoot higher. So we'll give it some time. We'll see what happens. Obviously, UK 100 is reacting completely opposite, but what I'm expecting, or at least thinking, is UK 100 still needs liquidity. So it's going to possibly come down with these lows and then push higher. So again, we'll see. I think it's going to rip up sooner or later. Yeah, either way, either during London or New York, price is bound to facilitate a pullback, guys. Sometimes you just enter too early. In this case, I think we entered at a really good point, and we're just waiting for price to push up. So close to my TP, and now drawn. I mean, it is what it is. That's trading. That's trading. So, like I said, Tuesday, I kid you not, we sat in drawdown for 45 minutes, maybe an hour, before price eventually pushed back up. Again, it was still valid while in drawdown. It's not invalid until price hits your stop loss, right? Until it hits that low point usually. Yeah, take a shot every time he says again. Oh my gosh, Ernesto. I do say again a lot. I really do. I got to watch on that. It's again. I say and I say fuck a lot. Nick, do you like Mamba's breakout strategy or do you like yours more? I like mine more. And I can't say that because I don't study Mamba enough to fully say like I know his strategy inside and out because I don't know what his higher time frame bias is. My idea of his system is really just lower time frame market structure and a breakout. But the reason I like mine a little bit more is just because I actually have, from what I know, I don't know if he has bias, but I have a higher time frame bias that can say price should push up into these areas in theory because there's a lot of liquidity or price needs to facilitate pullback to fill in areas of imbalance, inefficiency, stuff like that. So I'd like to say I really do like this system more just because not only does it make more sense, but again, day in, day out, you guys are seeing this play out to the T. I mean, yesterday, UK 100, same concept. We swept the low. We looked for the push, waited for London open. We pushed, manipulated the highs. Same thing. We see that a lot. Even in New York session. Like if you're a New York trader, what you should be looking for is manipulation of London session. So when it comes to a bias, you really don't even need a bias or need to be looking at your charts until 15 minutes prior, 20 minutes prior until open. So at least that's what I think about it. You prefer FX LXG strategy. Get the fuck out of my chat. Now actually seems cool. I'd love to meet him. I'd love to. Hold on, guys. I like this reaction, but I would have wished it filled in that entire gap because then it tells me price could end up coming back down eventually just to fill in that minor gap. We've seen it before. So can't say we won't see it again. So, but at this point, if price did push higher here, did break that wick high, that first opening candle, I'd probably end up moving to break even. Um, so again, I can't tell you the critical difference between it because I don't study it enough. Like I don't, I've watched his videos before, but I'm not in his program or anything like that to say like this is exactly what he's doing. So I couldn't compare and contrast or like different. Like I couldn't, you know, find his pros and cons and my pros and cons because I don't know his. Right, I just know my system. But I'm really basing what I know off him, just off just just based off my understanding of he's just taking breakouts with structure or with price action or structure in his favor. I don't know if he looks for certain liquidity points or anything like that. When I don't use supply and demand when it comes to indices. I don't. Like I trade supply and demand. Like I trade pairs. I trade these two pairs, but they've been so chopped and so shit. I haven't taken a trade on Forex this entire week. I've just been killing it indices. And if you're in my community, you guys know I'm slowly making the switch. I'm always going to trade Forex until it is no longer producing positive results. But it's producing positive results. It's just very, very minimal trades. Very, 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 very. I mean, there is opportunity and higher time frame price action does play out, but it's the lower time frame entries that I'm not seeing play out exactly how I want them to, or even coming into these POIs that I'd like them to come into, right? Which would be a supply demand. Guys, I'm really just waiting for this push here. Price is slowing down. I don't like that. But the reaction on UK 100 is giving me a little bit bullish, just because of this bottom wick here, right? And at this point, I really just want to see price push a little higher because I don't like the lack of volume that I'm seeing, scaring me a little bit. Not saying price isn't going to continue to move. Obviously, it's going to continue to move throughout the entire session of London, but once we get to this high, I'm at break even. Gonna play it a risk-free trade and then just kind of see what happens as we go on throughout the night. How many of you guys are in the trade? Let's do a poll. Oops, I can't spell apparently. Boom. Let that pull go. Let's hopefully see this push here, guys, as we come into these next couple minutes. Volume's so slow. At this point, I really want to see a push here within this next 2 minutes. I really do, because I just don't like how slow price is here when we should be seeing that push. But again, one thing I did say is with price not filling in this gap here, it does give me a little bit of an idea. Price could be hesitating, just end up pulling back down into this area, filling that in before price does shoot higher. And we have seen that before. We saw that on Tuesday, guys. Do I want to see that? No. You're not in longs, you're in mediums. Oh, okay. Why isn't stops at previous red candle? I mean, it could be. You could lower stops if you guys wanted to. Go for it. You really could. I wasn't even thinking about that. So if you wanted to do that, you could. I might end up doing that just because again, it is a valid stop. Price shouldn't wick any lower than that. If it comes down to this area, at that point, it would probably just reverse. So you can set stops there, guys. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I just was not really paying attention. But either way, we might end up being at break even here as soon as price comes to this high. But we'll see. Nice little bottom wick being created, what I would like to see before price shoots. Gap not filled and potentially wick out. Yeah, Cartini, like you are right, don't get me wrong. But I think this stop is still so low away from this gap here. I doubt price is going to wick that far down. And if it does at that point, we're probably just going to see a sell off. So I'd be fine with that. And that really is like, it does cut risk in half too, as far as stop loss. Which again, either way, we did amazing this week. I hope you guys were here the entire week. If you guys weren't here the entire week, be here the entire week of next week. I'm serious. And the reason I say that is just because you guys gotta be here all week. I mean, yeah, Nick's girlfriend name is Jewel. If you know, you know. Ah ha ha ha. Fucker. Um, Nick, are you trading funded or on money? Both right now. Guys, I just want to see this push higher. Again, even with me going to break even at this high, we're still playing a risk other than only being that price could end up coming back down to filling this gap. But at that point, just because of how little volume there's been and just because we are taking this high, which is a decent liquidity point, again, I'd be comfortable even if it got taken out of break even. Obviously, it would suck to see price take us out of break even once we got to that high, fill in this gap and go higher. But at that point, or up on the week, I'm content. There's nothing to be mad about. What does a private jet feel like? I don't know. When I get in one, I'll tell you. I'm not at that level. Not just yet. I will be soon, definitely. I am just putting that out there. Again, I'm super delusional. If you guys don't know that, I literally got in the position I am just being a fucking delusional man about everything. Just delusion, delusion, delusion. I like that. We swept that. I'm moving to break even, guys. I just don't like how price is moving. Yes, we could go higher. Yes, you could stay in. But I truly, truly dislike what price is doing. Because again, we just swept that high. And I told you guys I'm going to move to break even once we take those highs. See how UK 100 is reacting. Playing around on UK 100, kind of weird. Again, price is still possibly bound to push higher here. But we could see price end up coming down, taking us out and going higher. I'm fine. Again, it's up to you guys. Have your own plan, trade your own plan, and use me as maybe a guide or just a second reference. I gotta roll up again. 27 on the day, gonna call it a week. Gold, 800 decks. I love that. I love that. Maui, hell yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta smoke one up. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, put on my stream accent. What's good, RV? It's popping. Guys, you guys know I'm sorry, we're at break even. I'm willing to play that. I don't mind being taken out. I really don't. RV, how's your day been? See, I want to say this. If price, let's say price did end up taking us out of break even, coming into that area of imbalance, filling that gap, treating it as a fair value gap, pushing higher. Obviously, missing that trade wouldn't affect me, but I do want to say, if you are break even with me, go back, use it as data. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, even though I'm in the position I'm in, I'm still going back and doing like putting shit as data. I have a bunch of data. Again, the trade yesterday, a lot of it came down to data, and I actually talked about it a lot in my mentorship today. How data really improved yesterday's trading, or at least in the sense of giving me an idea of what price should do. And again, just like today, if we do end up getting taken out break even, price does continue to respect price, and it goes to show that our overall higher time frame bias was aligned with lower time frame to continue to play price bullish in our direction. Then it'll tell me, okay, maybe in the future, even though price did sweep a pretty good liquid point, we don't need to move to break even because our overall higher time frame bias is so strong. But what would be my re-entry? Re-entry is if it came down to this area and I respected it. And that's just not necessarily me doubting on the trade in the sense of it's going to go down, but it's just me accepting the fact that that could be a possibility. And if that possibility does play out, then you could re-enter at that point. Would I write down for my data logs? I really like. This is the last break even. I haven't updated it this week, but I'll just put a picture in it. I just put everything in here. Again, literally everything, risk 1%. When I do one here, that's just I made 1%. I just put one, or I mean zero. I just means break even. If I put one, like $1, it means I made 1%. And then as you go down, I just put the entire everything. You can go even more in depth. And this was a break even trade that ended up playing out. This was Tuesday. So again, like I said, it's not updated as of right now. Yeah. Do I have a bidet? No, cartoony. You probably have a fucking bidet. But as far as like what was in all those notes is how I entered, where I entered, where's my stop loss, where's my TP. And again, like if there was anything like, so like, let's say there's UK 100, let's say UK 100 reacted a certain way that kind of made DAX react a certain way after the fact. So let's say UK 100 ran up, swept a very strong liquidity point like yesterday's high, and DAX hasn't got to that point yet. UK 100 starts selling off and makes DAX react the same way. You could end up losing on DAX, let's say if you're in buys, because of the fact that UK 100 took a very high liquid point previously and sold price off, right? So, but again, stuff like that, little things, like in this case right now, I might get taken out break even. I may not. If I do get taken out of break even, I'll come back to it tomorrow and see what happened with price. Did price end up coming down? I'm out of break even, guys. Did price end up coming down, filling in this area and shooting higher? If it did, okay, what's my data going to be? I'm going to go back and say, okay, moving to break even was part of the plan in this case, but going forward, I need to be a little bit more open to having a bigger stop, or at least a more open stop, due to the fact that if price still has gaps within the market, we tend to see price fill those in before volume does end up pushing price higher, right? So again, that could be a really good data point on this trade. So again, I encourage you guys to go into something that I have a data journal. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, it's in my bio. I think let's see if I'm at break even. That'd suck if price shot up from there. Yeah, I'm at break even. Let's see on all accounts. Yeah, at a break even. Still a beautiful week. If price were to just take us out of break even and run, I say we find out where Cartoony lives in Ex's house. What's my IG? I'll type it. So that's my IG. You can check it out. It's in my bio. But again, in this case, if price doesn't come into this gap and continues to run, again, still a good data point. But I could tell myself at that point, not necessarily just tell myself, but I followed my plan, got taken out. It is what it is. A lot of times price will react to points like this, shoot down. What could be another data point is being the fact that I was expecting a pullback. Maybe going to break even wasn't necessary because price should push higher in theory, because we need to facilitate a pullback, because we need to fill in areas of imbalance. So that could be a good data point. Again, it all comes down to what price does, but we could see price completely sell off from here. We could. And in that case, I go back into data and say, okay, it was a good call taking or going to break even at that high, because I knew price still had moved to move down. And therefore, because we took a liquid point, that could give price enough fuel to push its way back down into discount pricing. So again, it all really comes down to based on what happens. We could see price go higher here. What's up, Nolani? How you doing? It is all Cartoony's fault. Fuck Cartoony. Next, what do you call the place where the whole gang hangs out? What, Cartoony? This is gonna be some fucking either some horrendous or some stupid shit that Cartoony can say, guys. Let's see. Cartoony, what is it? Top songs. Top dongs. Aha, aha, aha. Okay, Cartoony. You need some bit. Can I say it? You need some bitches in your life. Yeah, that's what you need, Cartoony. There's a line through his middle. Again, guys, we're out of break even. I don't know why I opened this. I shouldn't have read it. Guys, and when I said that word, I obviously don't discriminate women in any way. I didn't mean like that. I genuinely meant he needs some female dogs in his life. That's what I meant. Say it with your chest, bro. After I said all that, we all real ones. No one will report you. Imagine I got reported. Nah, there's definitely some motherfuckers lurking in here that like probably low-key don't like me. I don't think I have haters, honestly. I probably do, but at that point I feel like they're just hating because of the fact that their life is shit, or they're just jealous. Because I'm such a nice person. Like, anyone wants to talk, I'll talk. Like, don't care. So they have nothing to hate about me other than the fact I'm better than them. That's the truth. That's the truth. Yo, is data collection free? But it isn't, though. It isn't. But maybe I'll do something someday where I give them away. No, FTMO's banned out here. Or at least it's banned unless like you go through Keon DMing. It's free unless like, I mean, not free, fuck. It's banned unless like you have someone else like sign up somewhere else with his account and you're kind of trading his account and all that. They hate on your Midnight Magic DJ voice. Exactly. They do. Keon, DM me on Discord. I got you, bro. Top songs get top bunk. Nick gets middle bunk, attorney's bottom bunk. Why am I in the middle, Nolani? What the fuck? who decides that top songs is on top? I know I decided I'm on top when it comes to me and Luca because I'm the G. But wow. Better than bottom. Nick sandwich. Crazy. Wow. The fact that like I actually imagined it because you fucking made it come to life in my mind saying some shit like that. Guys, price is pushing. Again, I still think price is gonna win. I'm content at break even, guys, because again, we took a liquid high. I'm not saying it's as strong as a session high, but we still took a high that could be considered liquidity. Again, there are sellers behind this high. You can clearly see price did sell off. And again, I mean, price could end up continuing to push here. Obviously, I still think price is bound to push higher, but we had a great week. I'm up crazy. I know a lot of you guys are up crazy. A lot of you guys actually took crazy profits. So what's on your DC, bro? Oh, what's my DC? Just check in the NLT Discord. Just go to announcements. It's Nick's. Is there actually 3 bunk beds? Is there? Which one? Hmm. This one's cute. I'd get the top one. Top songs and cartoons down there. They can have that. Well, I only seen two. Run the rainbow on it. Get the fuck out of here, Cartoony. How far do you think this trade could run to? I mean, this trade could. I mean, it's indice at the end of the day. It could really run. I think realistically, you should be out at equilibrium. But if you weren't, you should trail stop loss into further premium prices because price can run higher. You just got to remember that once price does hit equilibrium within this leg, it can sell off from that point. And a lot of times you will see price come into this leg, kind of wick in it and sell from there because that's really all it needs to seek. So I would be out at that point, but that's not to say if your plan calls for you trailing stop loss, you could run it up because there is still a decent amount of imbalance that I could say price should fill, as well as the opening of Tokyo High, just because there is a lot of liquidity sitting behind here. It would be very upsetting to come back or to wake up tomorrow and see price fucking run up like that, just because it's like we could have capitalized on it 4%. But again, I mean, can't be mad at this week. We went crazy. This trade, a bunch of you guys made money on it. I obviously break even, but again, do what you guys feel is necessary. I know a lot of you are still in, and I really clap it up to you if you run it up. So if you do run it up, you guys should DM me and tell me you guys ran it up because I'd love to hear that. Imagine Luca pops in right now, sees you're looking for bunk beds online. I'm so glad Luca's not streaming tomorrow because you guys would go and be little fucking snitches and be like, Nick was about to purchase a bunk bed for Top Songs Cartoony and himself. How can I join your Discord? Oh, my Discord? Here, bro. I got you. That's my Discord, guys. It's free. I post what the fuck, forex trades in here. Again, I haven't even taken a forex trade all week, so I just kind of been updating you guys with the fact that shit's been slow. But I always post my live trading in here. Always in there. Always active. Chat's always active. So I get lit. Guys, price is running. I don't want to watch this. I could have made a couple. Wow. What did you search on? What I search on ChatGPT? Dude, ChatGPT's the GOAT. Thank you, Big Mike. Dude, ChatGPT and AI in general is the wave. If you know how to use it correctly, again, I don't even use it to its full advantage. And I think it's been such a help to me in general. So I keep saying, someone check me on that shit. I can't be saying like that. Next, open up incognito tab. You're crazy. No, price is running, guys. Obviously, I'd love to still see it hit. It just tells me bias is correct. Again, rinse and repeat type of system. Same thing every single day. I told you guys price should buy up. At this point, we would be at TP within, let's check this. 1-1's right here. So once we get to that point, I would have been out. Obviously, I'm already out if you just joined. But you guys should run up the likes. As price runs up here, we'll most likely hit TP. I'll celebrate with the people who stayed in, and then I am out of here. Damn. 5 of you followed me. Y'all the goats. Find the Discord invite doesn't work though. I don't know why. Whoa, 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 what am I leaking? Nothing. Programs, nah. It's like nothing new. You guys know about it. It's not even fucking mine. But honestly, I've been thinking about another trading log. I love mine at the end of the day, but talking about AI, there's a trading log that actually is involved, like implementing AI to kind of help you better like track your data in the sense of you can ask it questions based on the data that you've entered as far as what are my most losing days, what are my most losing months, weeks, time frames, sessions. And again, AI will run through your data and kind of give you an overall breakdown on different things to best, help your trading. It is sick. It is super sick. I can't lie. Even though I have my own trading journal, Again, it's a super, my trading journal is super simplistic. It's nothing fancy. It's fancier than obviously using Discord or something like that, but that's next level. The AI, all of that, it's not necessarily just to like, obviously it is to help you. It would help anyone. Just make life easier too. So be cool. What do you think about volume breakout trading and what do you actually trade it? It's kind of what I trade top songs. Do you have an AI bot that passes apart from challenges? I don't. I know people that have one. I know a couple people who have one. But that's kind of what I do top songs. I mean, I'm mainly a breakout trader with volume because I'm trading London Open. I just the biggest differentiator between me and someone else is I have an overall analysis which comes down to looking for very strong liquid points, like liquidity points, or just having an understanding of how price moves, which is in waves and continuations and pullbacks. And in this case, one, we're seeking liquidity and we're also seeking to facilitate a pullback. So obviously, if we broke out higher, showing that we are overall bullish, I could trust that price should at least run for about a 101 with good volume. But I think the lack of volume just comes from the fact that it is Friday. Obviously, I would have really liked to just see a push from the jump. And that's a lot of that. A lot of times that is what we see happen. In this case, we didn't. We're at a break even. It is what it is. But I think price is still bound to run up, which, yeah. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them. I'm thinking of launching a trading indicator or trading journal for sale for my friend, business trading instead of real trading. Haha. The biggest thing with that is like you just really got to promote it. If anything, you just really got to find a way to promote it. Can you send me links to the people that have one that actually works? Um, let me talk to some people first and actually make sure that um it's worth it. From what I see, it is. But I know a lot of people who just kind of aren't the biggest fans of bots and stuff like that. They can be good. They really can be. But buck price here, guys. Honestly, I'm happy. Great week. But I could have walked away, slept like a fucking baby tonight, making a shit ton of money on top of the money that we made this week. Gosh. Gosh, gosh, gosh. Wow. Like what? Ugh. Ugh. Favorite fast food, your mama? Your mama cartoony? Nah, I don't really like fast food. If you consider Chipotle and Kava fast food, ugh, I'd fuck that up any day. There was a phase I went through. Kid you not. Put this on my life. I probably went to Chipotle every single day for like 2 weeks. Almost pretty much every single day. I think there was a point where I started, okay, now I gotta go every other day. But I mean, I was fucking bulking. I didn't care. I was just Chipotle. One meal. Done. Easy. They can be, but you don't have full control. Yeah, I agree with RV. I think the gap was too small to make a big pullback, bro. What do you think? Possibly, but let's go back to this trade. Let's go back to, was it DAX or UK 100 that we sat in? Look, let's look at this. Same scenario where price created or price left this. And again, this is the trade we got out at break even on as well, and price ran. So maybe we stop going to fucking break even because it clearly shows that, guys, I'm just pressed. We could have made more money today, but it is what it is. I'll take it out on Cartoony later. Yeah, but in this case, we left a very small gap, and look what we did. We came up and we respected it to the T. We wicked a little bit higher, but we still respected that for a value gap, right? So as price sold off, again, we saw the same thing where price continued to top wick and to fill in the gaps. And even in here, once we got to break even, because as price pushed down here, I was at break even at this point. And then price ended up pushing back up, filling this gap. I didn't expect it to wick so high, but it did. And in this case, price did still once again respect that gap. And we saw price tank into these lows, which ran for about 1 to 2. So same thing could happen here. Again, it's trading. Nothing's promised, but at the end of the day, I need to get off this stream. Beautiful trade, guys. I'm so glad we took it, but and I hope you all are just running up a bag right now. Can't even if the gap is small, but the gap is still usable. Possibly. I do hear that a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys know Dodgy Dungeons, but he says something along the lines of if he can't see the gap from 7 feet away from his desk, he's not considering it a valid gap. But then I feel like I've also heard him say in some cases it could be different. Next, it's okay. I'll give you the top bunk tonight. You can have the pink pajamas. I'm glad you're still in, Rudy. Rudy, I'm so glad you joined tonight and ran up a bag. Cause I think look at it's over here. Look, Nix, you paying the light bills tonight, and he stayed up. And guess what? I'm paying the light bills. I'm paying the light bills. What's up, my boy? Vicente? I wasn't my bias from Cowboys mentorship. I'm trying to join Lucas though after a few payouts. Hell yeah. Do it. I'm in. If you guys don't know, I teach in Luca's mentorship. I do. Rudy, you can't take profits, but at the same time, you could end up trailing stop loss into equilibrium. But again, your price is looking valid to continue pushing higher, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to. So, but yeah, like I was saying, Anthony, I do also teach in Luca's mentorship. Again, we're always running it up in there. Always running it up. Got a lot of people recently have been just passing accounts after accounts. It's honestly just amazing. I think one of them's waiting for a payout right now. Two of them waiting for a payout. We got a couple other people killing it. So Debbie trade set up on that one for sure. Yeah, of course, Casper every day. You guys, I mean, look at today, yesterday, the day before. Where is it? Also the day before, another winner. Another winner. This one, that was a loss. That was a winner. That was a winner. That was a winner. That was a winner. Like I'm telling you guys, like we've been absolutely fucking killing it. Absolutely killing it. Just absolutely just running through these markets and making it my little fucking bitch. Yeah, see, Rudy said it on my chest this time. Because I am. Dax and UK 100, known as Nick's bitch. Y'all want to know if I got a girl? If I got a UK 100, Dax is my bitch. Tell Luca that tomorrow, not tomorrow. Monday when he streams. You tell him that. Probably went a little bit too hard. But tag you on Insta. Hell yeah, Mally. I'll check it out right now. I did go to Mamba's event last year, Top Songs. I was there. I was in the back. I was with Mamba and all them. I felt like VIP that day, dude. I was like, I think I was driving around Dollar because, so like what happened was Dollar flew in with like Botero and like his manager and like, I don't know if you guys know Botero or you guys know Dr. Dollar for sure. They didn't have a car, so I ended up like picking them up. And then we were chilling, went to the mall. I think we got drinks. I think Ollie was like shopping and then pulled up to the event. And because I was like with Dollar and all, I just like walked in. Felt like a fucking goat. VIP shit. I kid you not, there's a line of like 500 people. And we're just like, and obviously that was before like I'm in the position I am now. So that's why I felt so much cooler. But obviously it would still feel cool. But now your girl's name is Jewel, remember? That's crazy. What platform do you recommend that actually pays out without a big delay? Clarity sometimes does have a delay. Can't lie. Clarity, Funny Pip seems to be pretty good. If we're talking about futures, obviously other than the fact that they just got hacked, Top Step, got something coming for you guys. So, but some cool. I think Funny Pips is a big one for Forex. Obviously, I'm going to recommend Clarity, but they do have a delay. Top Step's good. Apex, I'm not too sure of. Thunder Pro, I think Funny Pips is a big one. What prop firm do you recommend that actually pays out? Oh, I'm sorry, I already read that. Damn, you met Top Songs. Top Songs, you were there? I only met Luke. I have a picture with him. I was the one recording him. I was helping him record. But that's for no one to see. Send it to me, Top Songs. Yeah, you probably saw me, you just didn't think of anything. I was wearing a little Louis satchel and holding around a big ass camera. Goat funded trader. I'd have to look it up. I feel like I've heard of it, but quite honestly don't fully remember. So What's that? Schlatt. Nah, don't remember you unless you're the one who took the photo. I probably was top song. You don't remember a little fucking white boy walking around? Damn. I guess top song doesn't love me that much, guys. I'm ending stream. I'm sad now. I'm I'm gonna go on a long drive and see where the wind takes me. I say in the DM, bro. Can I say? Oh, I'll send it to you right now. I saw it. I just didn't want to like. This is you, right? I'll DM you after. Don't worry. I want to meet the Knicks one day. Cartoony, don't worry. I'll fly you out on my PJ one day. Got you. But again, guys, I think I'm gonna end it there. I mean, great stream. You guys are all awesome. Keon, I'm gonna respond to you guys right now. Mally, I'm gonna check Instagram and all that. Don't worry, but hope you guys were able to stay in this trade. Again, if you got out at break even, don't worry, I'll be back next week. You guys already know. I mean, I already showed you guys what this week looked like, guys. I mean, just win after win after win after win after win after win after win. Had one loss at the beginning of the week, but we tend to see that on Mondays, guys. Mondays are really chopped. Same as Fridays. And again, that's where we kind of saw a little bit of slow volume. I was a little bit hesitant about continuing to run trade up. But again, good data point as far as coming back and making sure that we understand if we have a double confluence. And what I mean by double confluence is if we know that we're running and seeking liquidity as well as seeking a pullback, that's a little bit stronger of a bias to possibly have a more open stop loss. And in these cases, run up a profit. I was content. You guys already know why, but you guys are awesome. I hope you guys throw up a W. Appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next week. If you haven't hopped in my Discord, let me send that to you guys one more time. Hop in there. I always send my lives out in there or in Luca's Discord. You guys already know. But again, you guys are all fucking amazing. We made a shit ton of money this week. I made money. A lot of you guys made money. Mally made fucking probably 5 bands this week. I swear to God. And again, we have RB making money. We have a bunch of people making money. So let's keep backing out. Let's keep it. So momentum. We're on a win streak. We're not losing. Break even. Still win at the end of the day. Let's run it up. Throw a like in there. Join the Discord. You guys already know. You're awesome. Love you guys. No homo. No weird shit. But again, peace out.